How y'all doing? I owe 2C Racing here, me and old Buck, my crew chief. Like I said, we get on here and we talk about things that we tried out, and if we try it out and we like it, well, then we try to sell it to you on here on our website. Well, anyway, this company had all these brand new, what do they call them, Buck? Golf clubs in a golf bag, and they asked us if we wanted to try out their golf clubs and golf bag. Well, Buck's over here helping me out here. I'm a little dumb on that stuff. Don't really know all about the golfing. Never really tried it. I've seen it on TV. It looked kind of stupid. But anyway, went out here to the golf cart. Well, we had one of those too. The guy out here at the golf club place, he handed this big bag of golf clubs, and he pointed over there, and he said, you start right there, and you got to go from there and go all the way around to 9 holes. That didn't seem too difficult, we just start right here. And he told Buck, he said, Buck, you can be my caddy. I said, what's a caddy? He says, well, caddy, Buck, that's right. Buck said he has to carry the stuff around and hand me those, the clubs. He said, you got to hand me the clubs. And then he hands me the ball and stuff like that. And there was a whole bunch of these little wooden things in there. Still haven't figured out what them are. They look like a giant toothpick. Anyway, so me and Buck, we got out there on this little spot, and it said start right here. And I guess the trick is there's a flag down there, way down there. It said 160 something, 192 yards, Buck said. And the trick here is you take one of these clubs out, and they got different names for them. Buck's got all that figured out. He read them all. And you got to put the ball on the ground, and you got to hit it. Okay, well, I dropped the ball on the ground. And I asked Buck, I said, Buck, give me one of them there clubby looking things. Well, Buck handed me one, told me it's called a driver. Okay, well, I drove the golf cart up here, but this is called a driver too. I don't know how this thing drives, but anyway, Buck told me you got to just hit that ball that way. That's what the guy told Buck, and Buck's telling me. So I got down there, got to scoot back a little bit, kind of show you what I did. I got that club in my hand, and I raised her up like this, and when I swung real hard, and I was trying to hit the ball, and I missed the ball, and I turned around, old Buck was laid out like a tuna sandwich. I said, yeah, big old knot on his head. I said, what happened, Buck? I guess when I went back like this, I hit Buck right in the head and laid him out, and golf clubs and stuff all over the ground. So I got him up and got him going again. He a little woozy still. Anyway, I told Buck, I said, Buck, you got to give me some more room. I said, stand over here. So I took that club, and I thought, well, just going straight down ain't going to do much. You got to kind of knock it that way. So I swung back like this, and boy, I swung, and I missed that ball again. That's a little ball, and it's hard to hit, Maybe I'm not holding on to it right. Well, I looked back, and old Buck was holding his nutsack. Because I guess when I swung back like this, I hit him in the nuts, and he was still sucking air. And we had to pick all the golf clubs up again, put them back in the bag, except for the two that I already used are all bent. So we put those on the ground over there until you don't want to try it again with a bent club. Things aren't made very well. So I told Buck, I said, Buck, you need to get way over there somewhere, so when I swing this thing to hit that ball and knock it way down there, you won't get hit. So Buck, he gave me another one. I said, well, what's this one? This one looked different. He said, it's an iron. I said, well, okay. I said, most of the irons I've seen, you smooth out your clothes with them, and it got a little steam coming out. But he said it was an iron. Had a number on it. It was a number 3 or 4 or something. So, well, Buck, he's way back over there now, so we're all safe with him. I mean, his nuts are already crushed. His head's got a big old knot on it. He's paying for my mistakes. So anyway, I got down there, and I swung back, and man, I tell you what, I'm a mechanic kind of guy, and I always have grease and stuff on my hands. Obviously, I wasn't holding on to the club very well, because I let go of the club, and it slipped out of my hand going the wrong way, and I looked over there, and the old Buck was laid out again. It wrapped around his neck and took him down. He got a big old knot right here, too. So I went over there and pried the damn thing off his neck. It just wrapped around him. I said, Buck, you got to move. Buck, we had to move Buck a little farther away. So what I did, threw that bent club down, He gave me another one. Oh, Buck, he ain't looking so good right now. He's a little peaked. Anyway, he gave me another club, and that ball's still laying in the same spot. There's a whole bunch of chunks of ground around it gone, but the ball hadn't moved yet. I'm going to figure this out. So I got in there, and I went like this, I kind of like, warming up, And I went forward with my deal first, and I brought her back real fast, and then I swung again. Missed that ball again. Old Buck, he was standing over there, behind the golf cart with 2 front teeth knocked out and the ball stuck in his mouth. That was funnier than shit. Of course, he didn't think so. I said, Buck, what's the odds of me hitting you standing on this side of the golf cart? Old Buck, he spit his 2 teeth out. I said, pick him up. Pick him up, Buck. We'll get him wired back in your mouth pretty soon. I said, Buck, you got to stop doing this. Anyway, Buck gave me another club. I told Buck, I said, Buck, the only way you're going to be safe is go over there behind that tree and don't even watch. And I said, okay. You go over there behind that tree. I'll let you know when it's all over with so you don't get hit again. I reared back and I swung that. It was an iron. It was a 3 or 4 or 5 iron. I swung that one, and I got to admit, I let go again. I still didn't hit that ball, and there was a couple of guys way down there on a pretty nice piece of grass. Looked like somebody just mowed it. And there was a flag sticking up, and there's 2 guys down there, and the club, it took off like a machete. It was going. Anyway, that club went all the way down there. Buck called me, it's a club or an iron or whatever it was. It laid them 2 boys out. It hit one, and the other one hit him, and I looked down there, and of course I wasn't going to go get that club because they'd think I'm the one that owned it. There's 2 bodies laying down there, laid out. They were moving around after about 5 minutes, trying to figure out where that came from, and I wasn't about to put my name on it. Well, anyway, we went back to the clubhouse and handed that old boy his bag, and the people that were wanting us to advertise for their new clubs, and he seen that they was all bent up, and he wasn't too happy about that, and he seen old Buck over there, and I said, look, buddy, I said, this takes some practice, and they're all bent up, and he was unhappy. I mean, first thing he said was, what? He called us stupid. He said, what are you stupid 2 people doing out there? You're supposed to go around all the 9 holes. I said, well, buddy, we couldn't even get launched off the first hole. I couldn't hit the ball. And I said, we're not going to sell your product. You need to make them things a little stronger. Put some steel in them, because they bent real easy. I mean, look at Buck. Every time I hit Buck, I bent a club. So anyway, we're not going to sell golf clubs because, in order to sell their clubs, they got to stay together. 2, Buck needs a higher insurance policy when I get done hitting him in the head. Wherever else I hit him, he needs one of those cups. Anyway, I got to get out here and go to work, and Buck, he's staying home today. He's still healing up from the last slap. Okay, have a good day. See you racing.